Ensure your Eclipse sunglasses are safe to wear on April 8th. Find out if you are at risk for losing your internet. Are you at risk from some self-driving cars? We'll explain.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is NTTV Nightly News.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us on NTTV Nightly News. I'm Grace Escobar.
And I'm Avery Callens. The state of Texas has passed a number of highly controversial laws in recent months. Some have put the state on a collision course within the U.S. Constitution and federal laws. Others have had a direct impact on students and the topics that can be addressed at state-funded universities and colleges. One of those laws is Senate Bill 17, a law that bans developing or continuing school offices dealing with diversity, equity, and inclusion. Pride Week celebrations at the University of North Texas have become a robust tradition that many students have found solace in each year. However, last week, a new Texas law prohibited universities from hosting Pride events as they normally would.
My first reaction too, because I already had this organization, was like, fine, I'll do it myself. If y'all won't hold my hand through this, I'll do it myself.
Senate Bill 17, nicknamed the Anti-Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Bill, prohibits universities from promoting any kind of ideological or diversity-based programs. This completely stripped the university from hosting its annual Pride Week celebration.
So I guess it was inevitable, especially once it passed. What I wasn't expecting was how quickly UNT acquiesced to SB 17.
In a state where many politicians criticize the LGBTQ+ community rather than support it, outwardly inclusive universities serve as a beacon of hope and belonging.
But that was like a big part of it for me. Was it's just like, this is the school, this is the gay school in Texas, and like that, and that was kind of the joke, but like, that was the reason I came here. Participating
in one of these events is UNT librarian Kobe Condry, someone who used to host these events alongside the university.
We have traditionally supported all kinds of student groups. We are not exclusive to any particular group, demographic, belief system. We are welcome and opening to all.
Today, librarians like Condry now must continuously work with the administration to see how they can continue this rainbow tradition.
I think it's just a shift. Groups can do whatever they like because the law specifically exempts student groups.
Even with the freedom to continue Pride Week celebrations, LGBTQ+ students still feel the sting of having one less ally to support them.
But yeah, UNT jumped the gun way ahead of what was necessary. They preemptively shut down programs and fired people in a way that they didn't have to. There's a lot of fear, I think, around the administration losing funding or the local Texas government cracking down on UNT.
To keep up with future Pride events like these, you can check out the Feminism and Womanism Society Instagram. And for any other special interest events held by UNT organizations, you can also check out UNT's OrgSync.
Ever wonder what life would be like without the internet? Well, for millions of Americans, this could become a reality. The Affordable Connectivity Program, which started during COVID to help low-income families, is in jeopardy. According to the Federal Communications Commission, people who are enrolled in the program will have access to the service through April, but come May, they are at risk of losing their internet. The Americans who use this service receive $75 toward their internet bills each month, but if Congress kills the program, many families will have to pay more for their internet or lose total access to the internet. There is some support to continue this program, but for now, lawmakers have not passed an extension and the service is no longer accepting new applications or enrollments.
Grace, did you get caught in the thunderstorm last night?
Luckily, I was able to get away from the hailstorm and all the rain at home.
You are lucky. I'm hoping that we can avoid a couple of more tornado warnings for a little while, but let's go ahead and check with our weather anchor, Brian Clark, to see if he has any good news for us on the upcoming weather. Brian?
Yes, luckily I don't have to rain on anybody's parade because the weather is going to be looking pretty nice. Now let's dive on into it. Currently, it is 61 degrees and it feels like 58. Winds are going to be coming at you at the north and northwest at 18 miles per hour, and conditions are going to be rather partly cloudy. As tonight, 57 degrees, and it's going to feel like 55. Winds are going to be coming from you at the north and northwest at 10 miles per hour, and conditions are going to be clear. As we look at tomorrow's going to be pretty great. You get a 70. Temperatures are going to be feeling like 70, and it's going to be 70 as well. Winds are going to be coming at you at the same direction at 14 miles per hour this time, and conditions are going to be rather sunny. That's all I have for the first look. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Brian. Over 4 decades ago, Rose's Costume Shop opened its store on Fry Street. Yesterday, they announced their historic return to downtown Denton. NTTV's Samantha Rodriguez has more.
Thank you, Avery. I'm here at Rose's Costume Shop as they prepare to relocate themselves to the iconic McNeil's building on the square. They have been a staple of Denton since 1976, moving from Fry to Elm Street to where they currently reside here in Presidio Plaza. I have Danny and Casey here if y'all want to join me. So I just want to ask you guys, what inspired this relocation?
You know, we really wanted to be closer to the heart of downtown and be a little bit more involved in all the action there, Day of the Dead Festival and everything else that happens, and expand our vintage resale section as well.
Agreed.
And how does this return to downtown Denton feel? Does it feel like a homecoming for the business?
Yes, it does actually, because we started off on the square, so it's kind of like going back home. You know, so I think it's going to be a really exciting time for us.
And how do you guys plan to transfer the character of this building into the new one?
Very carefully.
Very carefully. And are you guys going to have a sale to help you downsize this massive inventory here?
That is to be determined.
Oh, see, I was going to say at least one, because we have a lot of things to get rid of.
And what has this process been like for you and your staff? I know you guys only have about 5 employees here.
Yep, we're very small. It's been really exciting, and honestly, it's been hard to keep it all a secret because we've known for a couple months and we've had a lot of fun with the hints and, you know, trying to be subtle about it, but have a lot of fun and be creative. So it's been a lot of fun.
I know I really enjoy those hints.
Thank you.
Well, guys, they're going to open their doors around July 1st on the Denton Square. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Samantha. Find out what Tesla is doing to encourage your next ride on self-driving cars.
And you might be surprised who could be potentially joining you on your next flight.
Special glasses, check in after the break.
The do's and don'ts of the Pole Rec Center. See that man over there? Please do not hog weights. Instead, do this. Another important part is having an attentive spotter. See, here is an example of a non-attentive spotter. Instead, do this. Now we head to the track, which should be pretty easy, it's important to pay attention to the way the track goes. Remember to wipe down the equipment after you're done using it. The towels are provided by the gym, so it's pretty easy to wipe down the equipment when you are done. Thank you for using the Pole Recreation Center.
Valve's efforts to rebuild and clear Baltimore's harbor continues tonight with word that work on a 3rd temporary channel is underway. 2 temporary channels are now open and are allowing a limited number of ships to move out of the port. The closure caused by the bridge collapse last week has affected jobs, travel, and impacted the nation's economy. President Biden announced today full federal support in response for the recovery efforts. But tonight, some Republican lawmakers are pushing for an effort to limit the amount of help to that city.
While the nation, and especially Baltimore, grapples with the devastation to both people and the transportation grid, a different kind of concern has some automobile drivers worried. Tesla founder Elon Musk is offering a free 1-month chance to Tesla owners to try the premium self-driving technology. However, a problem with that technology forced a recall of millions of those cars just a few months ago. Now, Gage Golding in Houston says some drivers are excited to try it out, but others are not so sure.
Now turn right onto Southwest Freeway. It's no secret that Tesla's self-driving technology is still ahead of its time.
It's one of those things that sounds like it comes from a movie.
When full self-driving cars hit the highways, it was all the rage. And today, it's still only a small percentage of vehicles. But for the next 30 days, that's changing. Elon Musk announcing this week that all Teslas capable of full self-driving will have a free month trial. A free look at the feature that can cost you upwards of $12,000.
Nah, we didn't know that till you said somebody.
The giveaway coming at an interesting time. Just 3 months ago in December, more than 2 million Teslas were recalled, all for the same feature Musk is giving out for free. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration saying drivers might not be paying attention when autopilot is at the wheel, and that could lead to an increased risk of a crash.
Be prepared to take over at any time. That's the rules you have to play by, but the problem is not everybody's playing by those rules.
You know what I'm saying? Take naps, be on the phone, watch movies. It's all type of stuff you can do.
Yeah, that stuff. The stuff Tesla explicitly says you shouldn't be doing when you turn on autopilot, and the stuff that worries other drivers.
Some people are responsible, some people can be irresponsible. I'm sure a lot of people probably do it.
Despite Tesla's own data saying autopilot leads to 10 times fewer crashes than the U.S. average, something could still happen, like Tesla not realizing this cop car isn't actually on the road.
See, that was an instance where it doesn't know that it thought that police officer was in the road. So the car didn't know what to do, and you see how it came to a stop? Yeah. That was an instance where I needed to take over.
While the tech is good, trust is another thing, something that could simply just take time.
I don't know how to feel about it, just car driving by itself.
In Houston, Gage Golding, KPRC2 News.
Avery, I know that you have a little dog that you love.
Yes, his name is Momo, and I love him, but he can be a little bit of a hassle to travel with.
Well, if you and Momo have any summer travel plans, now is the time, because you can now fly with a full-size carry-on and your pet carrier. American Airlines now allows passengers to bring a small pet on board if they want their second bag to be a personal item that goes under the seat or a larger bag that goes in the overhead bin. Before, passengers were only allowed a small personal item and pet carrier. The airlines now offers $150 pet fee.
Well, me and my dog have just started to looking at places to travel this summer, so I'm so excited.
Now's the perfect time.
Yes. And I can't wait for this summer weather too.
Yes, it's been so cold today and I'm not loving it. But let's see if our weather anchor Brian Clark has some good news about the weather for the rest of the week. Brian?
Was yesterday, but I'm not fooling when I say we have some great weather here. Look around you. We got some high 50s and low to mid 60s right there. 64 in Dallas, 61 here in Denton, 61 in McKinney. If you go up north, you'll see in Gainesville right there, 59. As we take a look over there towards the west, Decatur 60, Graham 61, and Stevensville all the way down there, 62. As we look across the state of Texas, we see up there in the north, we're still in the 50s there, 58 for Amarillo and 58 for Oklahoma City as well. If we look towards El Paso over there in the west, we got 64 degrees, so pretty great. And then, of course, if you go down south to Austin and Houston, you have 73 and 79 respectively, and 70 over there in Shreveport as we look at our 7-day forecast. So as I mentioned, we have some pretty great weather ranging into the 70s and low 60s at the end. 71, 74, and 78 is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday's highs, with 44, 48, and 58 as the lows for those. Saturday and Sunday, the weekend is going to be looking really good. No clouds in the sky whatsoever. So 75 and 77 are those temperatures. And Monday and Tuesday, cloudy days ahead. Monday is going to be rainy with a 36% chance of rain. And Tuesday, 69 degrees, very nice weather. However, it's going to be thunderstorming, so maybe not. That's all I have for weather. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Brian. Hey, speaking of weather, I heard it's supposed to be cloudy on the solar eclipse day.
Oh no, how am I supposed to use my eclipse glasses if I can't see anything?
Well, that might actually be a good thing because reports of fake glasses are starting to pop up online, and you might want to check out your own pair. NTTV's Matthew Winters has detail on that.
Thanks, guys. The eclipse is April 8th, and it seems like all of North Texas is getting ready for the solar event. However, you need to make sure that you're not being blindsided by not only the sun, but also a dangerous scam that's been going around. Making sure you have legitimate solar eclipse glasses is not only easy, but incredibly important. The Better Business Bureau is warning that with the event getting closer and closer, scammers are looking to make a quick buck off of selling people knockoff glasses to people who might not know any better. It's recommended that with any glasses you get, they have an ISO rating, which can be found on the side of them, and the ISO rating is 12312-2. To test if your glasses are the real deal, put them on inside and look around. The only thing you should be able to see are bright lights such as smartphone flashlights. If they pass the test, go outside and look up. If the only thing you see is a bright round disc, congratulations, you have legitimate glasses, and that CD is actually the sun. So please make sure your glasses aren't knockoffs and test them before the eclipse, as I'll be doing. And because you can cause not only permanent damage to your eyes, but also your esteem. Thanks. Because you've been scammed, so thanks. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Matthew. Well, hopefully that these UNT glasses work and we won't miss the solar eclipse.
Yes, and if you're looking for a new Italian restaurant or some hot dog water, we have more for you. And looks like these might not be totally awesome like it says they are, but at least they'll work. We'll be right back with more after the break.
I heard that our weather anchor, Deja Jackson, knows where to get Italian food.
Really? I love pasta. Deja, where is this new spot to eat?
Craving Italian? Well, I found the perfect new restaurant for you. And it's not like any other Italian restaurant. Graffiti Pasta has many traditional dishes, but with a twist of fun, artistic, and flair within the food and all around. Check out what I have for you. The Graffiti Pasta opened in April 2022 in Denton Square.
Graffiti Pasta was a passion project. My family's born and raised in Italy, and so I grew up with Italian food. I kind of feel that most Italian restaurants that are around are all kind of have the same theme. They're all kind of the same dishes. They're all kind of like, this is what you're gonna get when you go to Italian. What I wanted to do was take the traditional Italian flavors, but put an artistic flair on them. To be fun, but still have that traditional Italian vibe to it in the food.
This restaurant has an underground basement where they've hosted private events like graduation parties, comedy shows, wedding dinners, live music, and many more fun events.
Graffiti's in there. One, I love street art. I love just like the rawness of it. I like that I just love everything about it. The menu is traditional and fun. It's artistic. Our best seller is the Rasta pasta, which is fettuccine noodles with a jerk seasoned Alfredo sauce, tri-bell peppers, and roasted chicken.
Good reviews. It had really good reviews on Google, so I checked it out. It was delicious. It was really good.
Be on the lookout for another Graffiti Pasta location coming soon in Salina and Fort Worth, Texas. Graffiti Pasta is located in downtown Denton on Oak Street and open every day with late night hours on weekends. And if you're not a pasta lover, don't worry, they have many other items to choose from. So go ahead and check their food out or just come look out the artwork they have displayed when coming to their many events that they host throughout the week. I know I will. That's all I have for you. Back to you at the desk.
Grace, I don't know about you, but I am so excited to hear all of these new options and flavors that we have to eat.
Yes, Avery, I am specifically excited to hear about 7-Eleven's new hot dog flavored water, and I sent one of our importers to investigate. Valeria, what do you have for us?
Thanks, guys. I'm back here at 7-Eleven, and as much as I hate to admit it, I was also one of the many Americans who fell for their joke. 7-Eleven announced their new collection of different sparkling water flavors. These flavors included lemon lime, sweet orange, green apple, and one that caught many eyes, hot dog water. 7-Eleven led many people on as they were marketing these flavors heavily leading up to April 1st. Numerous Americans responded to this advertisement and wanted to check out the new flavors. For those who are eager to try this new flavor, I hate to bring this news to you. The hot dog flavor does not exist as it was an April Fool's joke. I have to give a big shout out to 7-Eleven's marketing team as it was a well-executed joke. Back to you guys at the desk.
Valeria, well, one thing that isn't a joke was how great Luka was the other night.
Our sports anchor Gabby Pippins has more on what happened. Gabby?
That's right, guys. A lot of fans couldn't believe his performance, but his Luka magic was no joke. I'll have more on the game, how the Rangers are starting their season off, and a UNT club making history right after this.
Has this ever happened to you?
My bike! My bike is gone!
Stolen bikes are an epidemic sweeping college campuses across America.
What am I supposed to do?
It's quite simple. The We Mean Green Fund has partnered with the UNT Police Department to offer free bike locks to any UNT student with a bike. Just show up with your bike in tow and ask.
Now I'll never lose my bike ever again.
Enough worrying. Get your bike lock today.
The Dallas Mavericks will face Stephen Curry and the Warriors tonight at 9 p.m. And fans are hoping they can continue their 7-game win streak after Sunday night's performance against the Houston Rockets. Luka worked his magic from the beginning with 22 first-quarter points, and he ended the half with 10 more. The Mavs defense held Jalen Green to just 12 points, shooting 5 of 15, and Dallas had 7 steals and 8 blocks, 5 coming from Daniel Gafford. Dante Exum scored 13 points off the bench, and with Kyrie's 24 and Luka's whopping 47, the Mavs dominated 125-107. Luka shot 18 of 30 from the field and a career-high 9 of 16 for 3. And the Texas Rangers are starting baseball season off strong with a 3-1 record, and they're already breaking records just 4 games into the season. They played the Tampa Bay Rays in their first of 3 back-to-back games yesterday, and the defending champs started things off strong. Josh Young got a 3-run home run at the top of the first inning to really set the bar high, and he finished with 4 RBIs and 2 runs. Adolis Garcia also contributed with 2 RBIs and his 100th career home run, leading to a 9-3 Rangers victory. Let's hope this momentum continues into their second game against the Rays happening right now, and be sure to support Texas by tuning into the game after our show. And finally, as many UNT clubs and organizations begin to wind down, our sports clubs are doing just the opposite, preparing for tournaments. Some are even gearing up for nationals, like our men's volleyball club. Their B team is having their best season yet with a 3-1 tournament record, and I got the opportunity to speak with them. Take a look at what NTTV's reporter Kenzie Neely and I found out.
As the semester comes to a close, national tournaments approach for our UNT sports clubs, including the men's volleyball club. They're on track to make club history with their best record yet, and freshman Malik McFarland says it's what drew him to UNT.
I've always been around volleyball. My sister played all 4 years of high school, junior high, all of that. So I've always been around the sport and just kind of like grew a love for it. So when I found out the school had volleyball and I can play in college, I was drawn. I was like, okay, yeah, I should go, I should play.
B Team captain Jaden Tucker believes the key to winning nationals and improving their record comes from a strong sense of togetherness.
The feeling of unity and like family that we create when we just like all mutually come together and like really just encourages each other. And that's one of my biggest jobs as the team captain, is basically just to keep spirit and energy high, make sure everybody's locked in. And when we are locked in, it's so much fun.
Club president Larry Teed agrees, and he's proud to be part of a club with so many accomplishments and so much to look forward to.
This is the best the club has been like the 3 years that I played, so that is really great to like be a part of that. We've been doing really good, and I'm really proud of the club and all the effort we put in.
The best way students can support the volleyball club is by showing up to practices and tournaments to cheer our Mean Green on.
Please do come. Tell everyone. I want as many people there. It's way better when fan interaction is going, because it gets all the players hype, and it's just the energy around volleyball is awesome. Yeah.
A team came in third place with a 2-2 record, and B team, they won their bracket with a 4-1 record after Saturday's tournament. This was their last tournament before Nationals in Kansas City beginning April 18th. And if you're interested in joining, donating, or just cheering them on, please reach out to their Instagram at UNT Men's VB in all caps, no spaces. That's all I've got for sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Gabby. You know, I've been watching a show about men's volleyball, and I think it would be so fun to dress up like that for Halloween. What do you think, Samantha?
Well, Avery, plenty of Renaissance fairs are happening all around the DFW area, so if you come to Rose's, you could definitely find your outfit here like I did mine. And honestly, I'm pretty comfortable here, so I'll see you guys back at the studio whenever I get back.
Thanks for watching NCTV Nightly News.
Join us again tomorrow at noon and tomorrow evening at 6 here on North Texas Television.